Well, hello everyone. Welcome to this new episode of my INFJ Confessions. Today we're going to talk about such a deeply personal topic as how I met my wife. Before I move on, first of all, I hope that this annoying rattling noise that happened in the previous episode is not going to happen today. I'll try to limit my movements as much as possible. But do remember that you can get my book on the INFJ, The Ecstatic Soul. Less than $10, available at the links below. Check it out. Deepest investigation of the type. Selling well. It's a minor classic at this stage, 2 years out, still going strong. The Ecstatic Soul. The Infinite Castle, the novel that came out last year. Rumor has it the main characters of the INFJ supports the channel. Get this nice book, maybe as a Christmas gift. And you can also support me on Patreon. The link is below. Really helps me if you support me on Patreon, anywhere from €3 a month, and you get some bonus content. And there's a little community growing. It's great. Thank you so much. So I don't think that I have been very expansive about my personal life, though, over the years, although I have made videos with my brother. This is a coffee. It's very nice. There's the Mr. and the lady. The lady is a nurse, apparently. Yeah. Anyway, so I've made videos with my brother, a couple videos with my brother, INFP brothers, so you can check it out if you're curious. I made videos with my parents, so, that's, maybe I'm more private than it seems. I certainly have made references to my wife, but I don't think I ever said much about my wife except that she's an INFJ. So the reason why also I'm pretty confident that she's an INFJ, well, I know her well by now, so of course I'll have had time to analyze her and things like that, but the initial reason why and how we met, my wife and I, is that she is a viewer of the channel. She was a viewer of the channel and a subscriber to the channel before I knew her. That's how we met. She started watching my videos, and she decided at some stage, a few months after she started watching my content, to email me. And, I get emails from once in a while. So, conversations started on that basis, and we found that we had lots in common, and eventually I suggested, we started talking on WhatsApp, and I suggested, why don't we do a video call at some stage, pursue the conversation, and we did, and we got on really well, and we realized that we kind of, liked each other, and we decided to start, essentially a long distance relationship, because at the time I was living in Ireland and she was living in Algeria. And I'm now based in France, and she's in the process of joining me in France. She's here with me now. She arrived yesterday. I'm very happy about that. Also probably gave me the idea of, making a video on that topic. But she's spending Christmas with me, and she's staying for 3 weeks. Then she has to go back because, there's stuff that she has to do in Algeria before she can fully settle here. But she'll be back in March on a permanent basis, with still like some occasional trips back to Algeria, because again, she has a business there, so it's tricky, and I didn't necessarily choose the easiest route in terms of country, in terms of how to make things work, because different religion, different culture, different nation, different this, different that, but you don't choose who you love. And our differences are also an infinite source of richness, in our relationship, and we make each other grow, I think, through that process. So, so I met my wife. If I hadn't created this channel, I wouldn't have met my wife. It's as simple as that. It's like I can try to think in terms of, okay, what's been good about creating this channel dedicated for the most part to INFJs? Is it is it that I've accumulated, aggregated 12,000 plus followers? that I've had a great community, that I've met some great people, that I've had the chance to discuss some interesting topics, I exchange on some interesting topics with other people, release books. Well, there's all these things, but there's also the fact that, the woman of my life is someone that I met through this channel, which is something that, I easily forget about sometimes, and yet that's the plain truth. So my wife is an INFJ. Similarly to me, she doesn't type as an INFJ in all systems. I think in most systems she would probably type as an INFJ, but in the cognitive type systems, which are based on visual cues and body language, as I've said a few times before, I type as ENFJ or FENI, because it's really different terminology at the end of the day. The systems are so different that I type as an FENI there, and she types as a TINE. So in that other system, she's never been officially typed, but the strong evidence that her visual cues indicates TINE, so TI lead, what we would refer to as an INTP. But in the MBTI system, and in a lot, majority of systems that are based on the cognitive functions in the Jungian sense, she would type as an INFJ, and I think that that suits. She's analytical. If you remember the 3 different categories that I proposed, put forth a few months ago: analytical INFJs, pure processing INFJs, and proactive INFJs. So I probably would be more proactive, and she would be more analytical, I think. Her TI is very strong either way, So, but her FE is strong as well, So, yeah, we did meet through this channel, which is interesting. And there's lots that I could say more on INFJ relationships, which I probably will do in the future. I would love to release a video with her, like her and me together while she's here, so we can have a conversation. And I think you guys will probably be interested in that. But so far I haven't been able to convince her. She's quite camera shy. But I will try again. And maybe it will be our Christmas present. Who knows? In the meantime, enjoy your Christmas week, guys. The fact that it's Christmas at the weekend won't stop me from releasing videos, so I'll see you then. And we'll see what the next topic is about. It will be a surprise. Take care. Bye-bye.